So in this short clip, I'm going to take you through a very cool feature inside the Geeks Toy software, which is of course the different types of traded volume bars that are on offer. So if we get straight to it, there's 3 points I want to cover in this video. I'll put short links in the description below. First one being why traded volume bars are so useful to any pre-race trader, how to set up the bars inside the Geeks Toy software, and where I personally look to use these traded volume bars, and you can too. So to kick off, why are the traded volume bars so useful? Well, it's relatively obvious, but if you look at the different traded volumes down the side of each of the ladder columns on the screen in front of you now, you can see where the previous money has been traded. Now, previous money is only past indication of what's actually happened. It isn't always a definitive indicator of what will happen in the future, although it can be very helpful when building up an overall picture of what's happening inside a betting market. Now, there's different ways to have this set up. Historically, in the past, you would have had it would have been shaded in darker, different colours. The darker it was, the more money had traded at that volume, showing you the total values. But a little while back, Geeks Toy guys added in the option to have a coloured traded volume bar like this with more than one colour, which is what I want to talk about in this clip. So how do you set up these particular bars to have two different colours, and what does it mean? Now, before I show you the settings, the light green shows the overall amount of money traded at each price. That's really quite clear. So at 5.7 on this particular runner, £2.5 thousand has been matched. Of that £2.5 thousand, a small percentage of it was matched within a certain time frame, which I'm going to show you how to change in a second. And you can just see that changing now. As more money flows into the market, more money is matched at a particular price. The darker green bars change colour. So you can see a big chunk just come in there of the £2.4 thousand matched. The majority of it has been within a certain time frame. To change that time frame, you just need to right click on the ladder interface right at the top, scroll down to visual options. Underneath visual options, you've got last traded bar history in seconds, and you can see I've got it ticked at 40. So that dark green bar is denoted with money that's come into the market at that price within the last 40 seconds. If we change that to 10, just for example's sake to show you, you can see the bar's got a lot smaller because it's a tighter time frame that these traded volume bars are expressing that. Now, again, if I change it back, visual options, last traded bar history, and we change it to a minute, you can see there's a lot more. So this is a useful indicator because it allows us to see money that has come into the market live very recently, and so if there's a position in the pricing where it's skewed because a large amount of money has come very quickly, it's very obvious amongst these traded volume bars. Now I'm going to change that back to 40 because that's typically where I keep my range at. There we go, 40 seconds. And why would you look at these? So the third and final point being, why would you look at these and why are they so useful? Now, I've already touched on it. If there is a big gamble that comes in late on, lots of money starts to flow into the market, and the situation is changing fast, you could expect to see a lot of money matched, which isn't relative to that particular runner's current position within the market. So as the time's picking up here, you can see we've got less time to the start now. It's just under 6 minutes. You can see more money is flowing into the market, and so these bars become more active. And it will become really quite clear if there is a substantial gamble on a certain price, which is continually got money flowing into the market. Unfortunately, we can't tell which side of the market the money fell in at that price, whether it was back or lay, but the money was matched at that price. So you can start to see if there's resistance built up at certain prices where there's indecision in the market and people are taking each other on. So it allows you to visualize those tension points within the market a little bit more. Now you can see here the favourite is picking up with more activity, and gradually there's more and more resistance. Whereas if we look at this runner, I'll put it in the third ladder, don't ask, it has drifted, and you can see that there's obviously been more lay money recently for this runner because it's drifted out and there's more money matched here supposed to here, which would have been a historic money. which is obviously shown on the chart below as well. So that's how I would look to use these traded volume bars to highlight what is actually happening in the moment whilst trading. And that's what I would suggest that you do as well, because it's a good visual indicator as to what's actually happening inside the betting market. The only thing to add with this, if you go to that settings menu and the option to change the time for these traded volume bars isn't there, that will be because you're not on the most up-to-date version of the Geeks Toy software. So to make sure you get the most recent version, go to geekstoy.com, download the most recent version and apply the update. So quick question for you guys before I go, do you use the traded volume bars? And if you don't, do you think that you're more likely to be using them after this video, meaning that obviously it was helpful